So I've actually done a video on this before. Hopefully you don't hear too much clicking. I am actually going to use my NES Advantage for this game because I am a huge Joust fan. Always loved this as a kid. It was one of those games where I could kind of control what happened with... I'm trying to hit the buttons lightly so it's not loud. You know what? I can always re-edit up because I'm not doing well because I'm trying to be careful of all the clicking. So yeah, this one was awesome. I did a video on this with one of my quickie videos when I was kind of doing those. Actually, I still like doing those, but none of my videos get a lot of responses except for the ones that get hatred, like my RG350 videos, which I'm tempted to do just to bring you in. But I won't do that, at least not today. But the Joust one was actually pretty good on Atari. I thought it was actually a pretty decent port. That's what I get for not paying attention. So A and B on the Nintendo, they both flap the wings, which is kind of nice if you want to really get going on it. But man, it is bouncy. You bounce off things. Now that's not necessarily the end of the world. It's actually pretty good port. I like the graphics so far. You know, it's kind of a simple game. I don't want to say it's a simple game in the fact of who created it. But here's a nice little feature that I don't remember being in the Atari one. Watch as I get close to the lava. There, that hand grabbed me. That was something that did happen in the arcade, which led for challenging. I really shouldn't be demonstrating that because I will die doing it. But I made it through. Alright, game over. Well, that was quick. Okay, so first round done. Didn't actually die. It's amazing how much better you do, and I don't have to worry about the clicking. Worst part is I'm going to feel bad if there's a lot of clicking in there, though, so I'll have to redub all this, and there I go, not concentrating again. God, I just remember focusing so much in the arcade when I played this. You know, the good old days of hopefully you could find that quarter laying under an arcade machine, even if you did have, you know, the money to actually go. It didn't take long to suck quarters dry in an arcade. I think that's where the NES was so nice. The 20, and I've mentioned this before, where as cool as the 2600 was, it was a system that had a lot of bad games. Like, I was not a Pac-Man fan. I know a lot of people like Ms. Pac-Man, and sometimes I wonder, did they like Ms. Pac-Man just because of the fact that it was, not paying attention again, just because of the fact that it was better than Pac-Man? Because I actually did a video on that too, which was one of my first videos where I actually said something bad about something. Because I generally like everything I'm playing, except I did not like the Pac-Mans. I thought the controls were bad and stuff. But the Joust here is doing pretty good. It is definitely, in my opinion, helping using the NES Advantage. It makes most of the games better. Alright, so I got a little trick here. Oh, don't go in the lava. Let's see if I can get down to do it in time. Nope, I didn't. But one of my little... Oh, there, it kind of worked. I don't know how much, as I die, how much of a trick it was, but if you noticed at the beginning... Every time I start talking. If you notice at the beginning of that board... You know what? I'll just do it again here. Okay, I'm going to stand right by this pad here. And this doesn't always work. But it does sometimes, and that was not one of the better examples. And I die. Obviously, I cannot... I'm not even chewing gum right now. That's the weird part. And I just going down like crazy here. I think I can even actually be a little closer to this pad. I think 5 show up this board. Maybe it's still 4. Wave 3, so... Alright, so there... That was a better example of what I was talking about. And unfortunately, I only got 1. But I've had it where a bunch come there, and because you're kind of bouncing around and you're not touching the pad, they will continue to appear, and you can take a bunch out. It's actually not necessarily the worst place to hide yourself, too, for safety reasons. There we go. I'm going to lose that egg. It's going to go in the fire, but it was worth getting it. Get away from that. So what we're going to do is I'm not going to stop that egg. Oh, jeez, don't fall all the way down. Actually, maybe that's alright that it falls down. I'll try to hover at it. I want to see if it hatches like it does in Atari. And, yep, it does. So, we got that. There we go. That was a good one right there. I wasn't even trying that one. I wasn't even talking. I wasn't going to do it. That was a good example of how sometimes you get lucky and there's a bunch of them, and then I died right away. I'm tempted to put gum in just to see how bad I do on this thing. But that was a good example of what I was trying to show as a trick I used to do when I was younger, and older now, by staying by a pad to catch them. It doesn't help when they all came up that one. It is nice when you're near one, though, and they all come out the one, and you can just sit there and bounce and get them all. So you'll notice I'm on the first board again. To anybody that, you know, remembers the arcade days, or maybe not even that, maybe you're a SOCOM player, or original Call of Duty player, or anything like that. If you're thinking to yourself, wow, these games have gotten harder, or maybe I'm just not as good, you're not alone. Joust, I actually always found challenging. I love the game, but I am definitely not improved on this game at all. I've gotten worse by far. And the sad part is because of it, I'm kind of being a little bit of a chicken and not getting up there to get them. And that is actually horribly dangerous to do, because that pterodactyl, is horrible to get. I died 3 times instantly because I started talking. Well, some of you are probably like, no, you just suck. Well, you'd be amazed how well I'm doing when I'm not talking. It's really crazy. And I'm not saying I don't suck, but I actually probably would let some footage play too without having me talk. The Hyperkin unit I'm using, it just doesn't allow sound to get captured. I do have an older, and I want to say NVIDIA. It's not NVIDIA. I always call it Hodgepodge. I don't know how to pronounce it. PVR2 capture device. And I have, let's see if I can get that guy. No. And I don't remember having such audio issues capturing with that. I am doing this capturing on my laptop, but my laptop is actually more powerful than my tower that I do a lot of my editing on, so I know that it can handle doing it. There's just something with it doesn't work. But these, I'll give these Hyperkin units credit. They are great to play on, but I do like to get capture when I'm playing because, you know, of the channel and everything. Especially for the older folks out there, like me. Seasoned players. Not that that seems to be a benefit. This has been a great game so far. I think one of the worst parts is when you're going, and even in the arcade, it has nothing to do with this being a port over. It was just Joust in general. It's one of the things that actually kind of make it frustrating and just wonderfully challenging at the same time, is that moment where you know you screwed up and there's no going back. Oh, and here is the egg board that I was talking about. I always love this board. You got to get everything before they hatch. Oh, and I'm not going to do it. We will be battling some enemies. No! Oh, well. Oh, pterodactyl got me. So on that egg board, yeah, you want to get as many eggs as before they go. I used to have that board down in the arcade. I could get it without a problem. Not so much now. Of course, with some practice, I'm sure I could. But, yeah, other than that, this is actually a phenomenal port of the arcade game. I am blown away with how good this is. Because even the NES did not necessarily have the best ports. But this, you know, this is one of the earlier games. I'm horribly impressed. I'm very happy with this. I've actually owned this game on NES for a while and never played it too much. But yeah, if you're looking for a good NES game and you like to collect, you don't have these, and you're kind of like me. I don't want to say I'm a collector. I'm more of a collector's not the term for me. I do tend to buy a lot of stuff. I like to collect helmets, like, you know, like the Marvel and Power Ranger helmets, things like that. I am trying to actually get a full Master System game collection in a box. You know, not completely ridiculous to the point of, having every manual. Of course, I know it'll lead into that, but I do tend to buy a lot. And this game is loose cartridge. I don't have it in a box. Don't have the instruction manual for it. Of course, you're just really tapping a button a lot. Yeah, this game, pick this one up if you're looking for a game to collect. This game is awesome. And I do apologize. I don't normally play the game that much during it, but game over right there. I think that's a sign. I hope you like this. If you do get this game, I hope you really enjoy it. And thanks for watching. Oh yeah, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks.